Larry, I'm just imagining, no? Kanina na-mention mo, di ba, dati mga teammates mo lang to. And I'm not sure, kasi sa NBA, just for example, salaries are very disclosed to the dot, no? Makikita mo pa yan sa 2K, di ba? Yung the way they break down their salaries and whatnot. But in PBA, I
Mm.
think, hindi masyado yan, right? Could you tell us about that transition in sort of the way you talk to your players, di ba? Dati kasi, pag teammate mo siya, siguro baka pwede nag-uusap-usap kayo ng contract details and whatnot. But now, you're the manager that actually finalizes and formalizes all of this with a player. And I could imagine that that relationship or that discussion now is a bit different because you're also managing the side of the business, diba? How did that go, no? May konting awkwardness ba?
Well, the players have managers. They have agents that I talk to, and um, obviously, when it's about contracts, there will be an automatic, tension because we all have different opinions on how to value each other, and of course, may budget din yung team, and NLEX is doing really well naman, but our resources are not infinite, so we have to control that as well. But um, actually, my job as a manager here isn't like the NBA where I have a lot of control and say. I mean, I have approvers on top of me that um, I need to relay and wait for their decision on these matters. So it's not really my call solely on what to do with contracts. I mean, I can give them my thoughts on it, but in the end, um, they make a decision for me. They help me with those decisions.
That's nicely put, no? Kasi, well, I'm not sure. So, I think pala parang mali yung sa NBA Twitter wherein, I mean, PBA Twitter even, di ba? Just for example, the superstar Mikey Williams, di ba? They weren't able to like do a handshake agreement there with TNT. And of course, ang tinira sa Twitter is obviously the manager of TNT, di ba? Oh, why weren't you able to sign that, right? Pero ang ganda ng context that you mentioned that maybe it's more than just the manager involved,
Yeah,
no?
there's a lot of things that people see in the media. People go into jump into a lot of
Sobra.
conclusions, but they don't understand a lot of things going on in the corporate setting. I mean, how the bosses think about these things, how they make decisions, and of course, those are things that cannot be disclosed in public. It's when things like that happen, yung mga issues with players, there's no simple answer to it. And a lot of people, of course, they want to be first in giving an answer
Break.
and explaining
Yeah.
everything. However, it's much more complex than that, and that's part of the challenge of being a manager because everyone thinks it's so simple to
Yep.
grant requests and to
Para
why
2K, you know?
why can't these
Para
things
to.
be done right away. But that's not how corporations work. There is a chain of command here. It's like a password where you've got to you've got to have the approval of this person, all these things. It's
Grabe.
protection also for the company. It cannot be always impulsive decisions na parang ATM lang. So something like that.